Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is all about the moon card in tarot. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Rose. For all of you who are just tuning in, hi. I talk about everything to do with divination and the occult. Right now we are focusing in on the tarot card deck. For all of you who are continuing on, you guys know that the last one we did was the star card, and now we're moving on to the moon card in the major arcana. For all of you who are new, I really implore you to go back to my channel and check out the older videos in my All Things Tarot. If you don't have any base in tarot or don't know what's going on, or if just came through, so you're not lost. But for all of my, oldies and the ones that have been with me since the get-go, let's get into the moon card. So previously we talked about the star card, and we all know that that was the happy hope card, the card that, after we went through the craziness of the tower moment, we came into our hopes and dreams coming to be and happiness and being fulfilled with that feeling of hope. Well, now we're into the moon card, and that card is a little bit different depending on who reads. And again, you can read intuitively, you can use the learnings of tarot, or you can do a mixture of both. It all depends on you, but we're doing the learnings of the basis of every tarot deck that comes from the Rider-Waite baseline. And in the moon card, if you look at it, you can see most of the times you have an animal, usually two wolves or dogs, and the lobster in the sea, and the wolves are howling at the moon at night. And basically what the moon card represents, it represents emotions. It represents like the dark subconscious of our mind, kind of like the high priestess, but a little bit different. It talks a little bit more about like our insecurities, that self-sabotage, secrets. It talks about like those really those shadows in the night, those, you don't know what's hiding in those shadows, what goes bump at night. And this card usually talks about that. Now, it doesn't have to be so, we're talking about secrets. Not all secrets are bad. Sometimes they're surprises. And it's just about that emotional realm that we're really afraid to dive into and delve into. It's our wildness, our inner animal, or inner, just that part of us that isn't, civilized. So it's a little bit more nitty gritty whenever it comes into a reading. Honestly, if you're talking about yourself, or you're just doing a general reading and you get this card, it's talking about you need to really not be afraid of your emotions and feel them, but don't let them take hold and become in charge. You can feel your emotions, you can let them ride, but don't, get swept away with them. It talks about like a situation where you feel like you're missing information. There are secrets, there are missing clues in the subconscious that you're picking up on, but you don't really know what it is specifically. You just know something's missing or something's off. And when this card comes, it's kind of like, an affirmation of that, your intuition's not wrong about that. It also talks about like someone who self-sabotages or who isn't listening to themselves as well. If you go on the negative side, not negative, if you go on the darker side, he talks about someone who, tries to lose themselves in no boundaries, because the moon talks about not having those emotional boundaries. You're going from one world to the next without thinking about your safety or your protection or other people, or if it's good or if it's not. And that usually is what the card's talking about, right? I mean, you have the lobster there that has that protective shell. You need that protective shell, but you also need to understand that wildness of like the dogs and the wolves howling at the moon because, they want to make sure that they know that they're together and not alone, is kind of like what this card speaks of as well. If you get in a relationship reading, depending on what you're reading about and what the cards say around it, it could be like, there's some secrets going on, or people are being secretive, or you are hard to read for somebody, or someone else is hard to read for you, or there might be ulterior motives, but that all depends on the cards surrounding it, because it could be like good surprises or good emotions, or someone who is actually not dealing with their emotions, or is not looking at their emotions and doesn't really know what they feel about you. They're confused, so that's making you confused. So this card really talks about all of those things, like that part after hope, where you're kind of like, okay, but is it too good to be true? Is like something's missing. You're kind of a little lost now. You're delving into your emotional and this other realm, which is deeper, and you're a little out of your depths, is what I've personally believe when I get this card. So now again, you can go intuitively, you can go straight by the book, or you can do a mixture of them. All depends on what you're reading for and how you feel and how you connect to this card yourself. But I hope this helps you guys, give you a little bit of basis so that you're not too like, what the fuck when I get this card. And I hope it helps. But if you need any more clarification, please don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. And while you're down there, if you haven't already, don't be afraid to click that subscribe button and make sure that the bell is on for notifications so you don't miss out on any new content every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of the week. We are almost done, like I've said before, the major arcana, and then we'll be moving straight along into the minor arcana, and then soon enough you'll have the whole deck. So that's pretty exciting, everybody. And if you want any new other, like I do a little other crazy content, not crazy, different content, you can follow me on my other social media platforms, which are Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. You can follow me there, DM me, we can have full-on conversations. I do lives, and I also am on Clapper, which will be added onto my bio. So you can go check them out there, follow me there. Don't be afraid to ask any questions about tarot or about anything to do with the occult or divination in general. I hope this helps everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye!